What are the causes of objections? It is an important fact in human nature that each person's mind tends to construct and live in its own mental world and to resist invasion. Hence, there exists in most people a strong predisposition to object to proposals, which they think will commit them to an unaccustomed course of action, or which will necessitate a rearrangement of ideas. The person who is being solicited for any sort of proposition almost instinctively takes a defensive attitude. The more experience a person has had with salespeople, the more this defensive attitude is developed. In the language of the army, the more he has been shelled, the more defenses he has erected, including barbed wire barriers as well as listening posts. Nobody likes to be sold to, but people love to buy. I read this in a book from 1910. 1910, over 100 years old book. Nobody likes to be sold to, but people love to buy. And that's so true today. We don't want to be forced or somebody makes us to buy something that we don't need, manipulate us. That's the difference between persuasion and manipulation. But we love to buy. We love to buy something that's emotionally we can connect to that, for example. And that's part of persuasion. Salesperson persuade us. That's something good for us. So it's a win-win situation versus win-lose, where salesperson wins, customer loses. That's manipulation. Anyway, remember that a prospect may flatly refuse to consider life insurance as such because the idea does not fit in with his existing fund of experiences. But if the idea is presented to your client as a continuance of the monthly check which he is in the habit of giving to his wife, his mind travels over track, which leads to a yes response. You are the engineer who's running the train of the prospect's thought. And if the signals tell you that the train is headed on the no track, you must be able, through a knowledge of the underlying causes of objections, to switch his train of thought so that his mind will travel on the yes track.